Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you everything about growing potatoes, starting with the very first part, which is seed potatoes. Now I know you might be saying I don't give a chit, but we are going to give a chit. We're going to be chitting tomatoes. Don't you like that word, chitting? Say it, it's fun. Cutting the potato in pieces where you have the little eyes is actually called chitting. So you can go around and tell people, I like to chit. and it's okay to say it. But then you have to explain to them why. So we need to start with potatoes. What I did was I took potatoes and I put them in this bag. I have a little dark bag. And I put them underneath the sink there in the cupboards for actually a couple weeks until they started to grow these beautiful little eyes. Those are all future plants. Now I could just take them and throw, 3 or 4 tomatoes in the bottom of a box or a pail or whatever you want to plant them in the ground, and I'll have 3 or 4 plants. But by chitting them, I'm going to get a lot more. And since I only have 3 out of the 4 tomatoes that did well, I want to have a little bit more tomatoes. So we're going to start with these, and then once I get these chitted, we're going to have to let them set for about 2, 3, 4 days until they the open cut kind of grows over or dries over, because we don't want them to rot. Then we're going to plant them in a box. In fact, I think I'm going to do it in a banana box. So we're going to end up with potatoes, I don't know what country I'm in, that have probably personality disorders. They're not going to know if they're a banana or a banana or a potato or a patata. So they're going to be very confused. They're going to be so confused we'll probably only be able to mash them. That made sense in my mind. So here's the kind of potato you don't want to use. This one sat as long as the others, but as you can see, it didn't really grow anything. There's some really, really small eyes. It may work, but we want to do it with the ones that you have a good start. So like this one here, see that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it. Let me get here so you can see. I'm going to cut it in pieces. Now each piece should have about an inch square at least of potato on it. So how am I going to do that? Because this potato, see, there's the seed, this is the plant growing, but it's going to get its nutrients from the potato. So this needs to dry up. So what I'm going to do is, once I cut them, I'm going to put them on my turkey rack. Okay, no, we're not going to have it with turkey. That's so it can have air and dry up over the next couple of days. So I cut that one there. This one has 2 more, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut it this way. So see that? It's going to be nice and kind of get dry. Oops, and this one here, that one just fell off, so I just lost a plant. Okay. This way and this way. So now you see how high school geometry can really pay off. How to get equal sections. So this one here is good enough. So I've got 1, 2, just with that one potato. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potatoes. Okay. Now this one, I cut this way, because it only had 1 on that whole potato. And I don't want to have too much planted in this, so I'm going to take some of this wasted potato right off. And this one has a nice one, but it also has a little one here. Okay, so it has that nice one and that little one, so it might still grow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the camera a little closer so you can see what I'm doing even better. So here's the last one we're doing right here. Look at all those. So let's see how we're going to cut that. I'm going to go right through here so I can get these right here. See, there's 1, 2 nice ones right there. See how I still got some good meat around them? That's going to be 2 nice ones. And we're going to put them right here on the rack to dry. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh, there's a bunch of them there. Now, don't worry about just getting 1. If you have some good ones like this, I'm going to do this. So this one has 3 times the way to grow, okay? I don't want to take off, if you cut that in half, it's not going to have much nutrients to grow. and this one has 1. So we're going to have quite a few good ones. And same thing with this one, I'm just going to cut it in 2. So that has some nice nutrients for it to grow, and so does that. So here we go. We went from 3 potatoes to all of these. 14 viable potato plants that are going to be put in the ground as soon as they kind of crust over. You ever seen, when you have this and you leave it out and it gets kind of like a skin? We want it to skin over so it doesn't rot. If you plant it just like this, chances are it's going to rot a lot faster. So let me give this a few days and I'll be back, and then we can plant them outside. Okay, here we are about 3 days later. Here's the potatoes that I put out to dry and to skin over. And you can see they skun over, but it looks like they might be starting to, they're all feeling soft and like they're rotting or something, but that's okay because they're going to end up pretty much rotting in there as well. So you can see I got it skun over so it doesn't, it's not rotting really bad in the soil. So what we're going to be doing is planting them in a banana box. So what I did is, a banana box of course has some nice holes in it. I put some holes on the bottom all the way through, and I put a little shade cloth in there just so I don't lose the soil out of the holes. Okay, now I'm going to put about probably 2 inches of soil in the bottom, and I'm taking it out of one of my soil bags. Whoops. These are additional ones that I didn't use. And if you want to know why I use a colander, you'll have to go to my Alaska bucket system to see what that's all about. So I'm going to take these. Whoops, I put way more than 2 inches. Okay, you can see I'm spreading this all around here. Get the shade cloth out if I can a little bit. There we go. Well, I guess I didn't have 2 inches, that's good. They say between, depending on what you're going to be doing it with, between 2 to 4 inches on the bottom, because the potatoes are going to root in here. Because what I'm doing is, I'm going to take my potatoes and put them right in here like this here. Okay. I don't know how many I'm going to have, how much room I'm going to have between them, so I'm actually placing them in the box like I would pepperoni on a pepperoni pizza. Because I'm good at separating the pepperoni evenly. Okay, so we start out with a clock.
Didn't you work for a pizza shop?
Yeah, a long time ago, before most of you were born. All right, and I'm putting these all like this here. Because what's going to happen, they're going to root. And I'm going to cover this with more soil, probably about 4 inches of soil, 4 to 6 inches they say. And you're going to see those sprouts come right through the soil. And when the sprouts come up above the soil, I'm going to cover it with more. So that would be when you would hill your potatoes, and then they're going to grow up again. And when you see the sprouts going up, and they'll be sticking out and everywhere, when they dry up, that's when it's time to dig everything up. And hopefully we'll have some nice, delicious potatoes. So I have this here. Let me move this to the side, and look at that, I got more. Now this is the same mixture, the water rich mixture. The water can go right through, and I'm mixing it in with some garden soil too. I want to have another 6 inches or so. So there's some garden soil, and this soil here is actually a mixture of peat moss and cow manure. Now I'm leaving myself a little bit of room, so when they start to sprout out, I can put more soil on it. We're going to have like another whole layer of potatoes. So that's how simple it is. It's just as simple as ordering French fried potatoes from McDonald's. Hope you enjoyed the video. Keep on watching so you could get an update and see what's happening. Bye-bye now.